Welcome back, everyone.
Are you okay? Are you hurt at all?
You worry too much. I assume you're all hungry? I have a meal ready and waiting.
Hey, where's Saizo?
Now that I think about it, he left and never came back.
Typical Saizo. I'm gonna go out and find him.
Ringo, that would be insensitive.
He's with Ash, remember? Use your head.
Yeah, well, being with her's one thing. Leaving with her is another.
Don't worry. He wouldn't do that. I'm sure of it.
You really trust him, huh?
I do.
You know, you've changed too, Fig. I feel like I can talk to you.
That's only natural. I've tuned my thought process to match that of a human's.
No, not like that. I can't really describe it, but it's almost like you've become more human since this all began.
Really? You think so? That makes me happy.
More human, huh? All right.
Ringo, where are you taking Mimi?
We're gonna go do something human.
A freelance devil summoner, huh?
It'd pay well, wouldn't it?
I thought you wanted to get out of all that.
Well, back then, I think I was so overloaded that I just kind of wanted an escape, you know? And I mean, looking back on everything now, it's hard to know just what was really going on.
What do you mean?
It's just that the more I think about it, I wonder if I even wanted to leave summoning in the first place.
You're not worried about Phantom? I could always go with you, you know? The team would be alright without me.
I'll be fine. Iron Mask would probably kill me if I tried messing with Project C, but he's got no time to hunt down a traitor right now. Besides, I know you. You won't actually leave them.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. If you were serious, you'd never put out the idea of coming with me. You'd just do it. You've got work to do, don't you? You said it yourself. You're a team. And I know you'd always ramble about your world of light, but this time I think you mean it. You even went as far as to drop that stupid "I'm immortal" line or whatever you said. So I guess I've finally started to come around to the idea. Maybe it's thanks to those friends of yours?
Yeah, maybe.
I'll be waiting for you. So go on and take care of business.
Time to kick things up a notch.
Now you're my accomplice.
Good for you, Ringo. Looks like Siza won't be leaving after all.
Come on. You make it sound like I'm only acting out of self-interest.
Well, aren't you?
Are you messing with me? What's got you in such a good mood?
Who can say? At the very least, I'm happy everything's worked out between them.
Knew it. You wouldn't be acting like this for no reason. A call?
Who is it from?
Flamma. She wants us to come to the Axis.
I imagine she wants to talk about the contents of Mangetsu's smartphone.
You mean the info you dug up on the Purple Covenant? Guess you finally finished repairing it.
I did.
So who's got the Covenant then? You know, don't you?
Let's save it for when everyone is present. I'll go ahead and contact them now.
I'm here.
That's everyone. Let's get right to it then. There's something I'd like to explain.
So you finished repairing the smartphone?
Yes, technically.
Technically. Wait, is it fixed or not?
I'll get to that, but I need to explain things in order. First, about the data I recovered. There was indeed data on the phone concerning the Purple Covenant. I'll summarize the contents.
Before you do, why meet here of all places?
Because the location is convenient.
Uh-huh.
Keep going, Fig.
Right. I suppose I'll get straight to the point. The Purple Covenant is inside of you, Arrow.
Huh? Me?
Wait, didn't we watch that thing get destroyed or something? How did it end up inside him?
Let's hear what Fig has to say.
Arrow, you used to be one of Mangetsu's assistants during his research on the Covenants.
What?
But shortly after you relocated, the Covenant research facility was raided, and by none other than Iron Mask. Among those present at the facility was Mangetsu, who held the Purple Covenant, his assistant, who held the Blue, and you, Arrow. You were there as well. But Mangetsu's assistant was killed by Iron Mask, and the Blue Covenant was taken. Mangetsu knew that it was only a matter of time before they came for the Purple Covenant, too. So it was at that moment he chose to put 3 different branches of his research into practice. The first was the duplication of a covenant. The second was the transfer of a covenant. And the third was the sealing of a covenant. Following his own theory, Mangetsu duplicated the Purple Covenant. In other words, he made a copy, or to be even more precise, a dummy. After which, Mangetsu absorbed the dummy. He then concentrated the real Purple Covenant into his arm and cut it off, allowing it to transfer to you, Arrow.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can take a covenant just by hacking off a limb? The hell? You basically died for nothing then.
If you treat your will, or rather, your soul, as the core of the body's senses, then yes, it's possible, in theory. However, it would have required intense mental training to perform. You wouldn't have been able to learn it in just a day or two.
So by sacrificing his arm, he essentially tricked the Covenant. No, he tricked his own body into thinking it was dead.
I referenced this theory when I transferred the Yellow Covenant to myself, too. And not only that, I'd never have been able to generate the virus without the findings Mangetsu left us.
Guess he technically got his revenge in the end then. Even dying couldn't stop his plans. No wonder they called him a legend. And that's why Mangetsu was keeping tabs on Arrow too. He was keeping track of the Purple Covenant.
Correct. And this is also when I discovered that Zenin was only carrying the dummy Mangetsu created all that time ago. That's why I was able to give the Yellow Covenant to Iron Mask.
This also explains why the Purple Covenant disappeared despite them being indestructible. It's because it was never a covenant to begin with.
But wait, I can't have a covenant inside me. If I did, Fig or Zenin would have seen it.
That's where the third branch of Mangetsu's research comes into play. The sealing of a covenant.
Sealing?
After the covenant was transferred to you, Arrow, Mangetsu sealed it.
Are you kidding? Now it's like you can do just about anything you want with covenants.
That's our fault for making assumptions about them when we really didn't understand anything yet. This is the life's work of a true expert. We should be thankful someone put in the time and effort so we don't have to. All right, Fig. What's next?
Right. It just so happens that when a covenant is sealed, it loses its light and can no longer be sensed from the outside.
Meaning the holder wouldn't be able to sense other covenants either, huh? But how does that relate to memory loss?
The exact cause is unclear, but it appears to be a side effect from the sealing. It seems this coincided with Mangetsu's goal to hide the covenant. Mangetsu's smartphone included details on the unsealing process as well. But unfortunately, I was unable to restore that data.
Oh.
So some things are impossible even for Ion.
When it comes to magic, very few actual experiences have been recorded. Even with my abilities, I couldn't approximate the data gaps left by the damage.
But we can't just give up. Right, Fig?
Right. If we could observe Mangetsu sealing the Purple Covenant inside of Arrow for ourselves, then we would have the actual experience we need. That should be enough to replicate the unsealing process.
By unsealing the Covenant, Arrow's memories will return, and the Soul Matrix will normalize.
Ah, so that's why we're here. So we gotta operate on Arrow's soul again. Makes sense.
Operate?
So, how are we supposed to view Arrow's lost memories?
We'll create a temporary bridge across the memory gap. We can then try to access the memories on the other side.
There was a weird gap that only appeared in Arrow's soul matrix. But there was no way across, no matter where I looked. I bet that's where we find the path to those memories on the Purple Covenant. Do you remember that one time when I collapsed?
Yeah, it was right after I came back to life. It was pretty freaky.
That was caused by Arrow's missing memories too, wasn't it?
Affirmative.
So, what are the risks?
Building a temporary bridge is an untested measure. It is currently unclear what potential effects this could have on Arrow's mind. And of course, the same risk applies to Ringo as well, since her mind is linked to his.
Great, so it's a total shot in the dark. What's the plan, Ringo?
We'll keep it as is. With things as they are, it'd be better for us to keep the Covenant hidden. But, having said that, this is about you, Arrow. So I think you should be the one to decide.
Could I have some time to think about it? This is a lot to take in all at once. I need to clear my head.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's regroup later then.
Hey, Ringo. Something's been bugging me. Based on what Fig was saying, Iron Mask should have had the Blue Covenant, right? But Zenin had the blue. We all saw that. And Iron Mask is obviously still alive. So how did he transfer the Covenant to Zenin? Did he use some fancy trick like Mangetsu?
That seems unlikely. Mangetsu's research on the Covenants was extensive and complex, as was his understanding of the mind, memory, and other abstractions. It would have been extremely difficult for Iron Mask to match his level of understanding in a single year alone.
But how'd he transfer his Covenant to the Zoma then?
Maybe the Iron Mask we know is a fake. That's assuming it was the real Iron Mask who killed Mangetsu's assistant and got the Blue Covenant in the first place.
She's right. The real Iron Mask is already dead. The man behind that mask now is an imposter.
Man, how many plot twists is this now? All I can do is laugh.
So it really was true.
That would explain a lot of things.
It happened before you Agents of Ion showed up. Iron Mask suddenly stopped seeing me in person.
Probably because you'd instantly see he didn't have the Blue Covenant anymore.
That, and he probably knew he couldn't keep up the charade in front of me.
So that's why you were on the run from Phantom.
Yes. I wanted my Covenant to go to my Iron Mask. No one else.
But if you knew that this whole time, why didn't you say anything?
All you needed to know was that Iron Mask was gathering the Covenants, and he needed to be stopped. Am I wrong? As long as you've got all the actors and props you need, nobody cares who's wearing the costumes, right?
So the reason you're going after Iron Mask is...
I will make him pay. But that doesn't matter right now. We were discussing what we'd do about the Purple Covenant. What's it going to be, Arrow?
I think I want to try Flamma's idea. Saizo asked about potential risks to unsealing the Covenant. It sounds like there might not be any real benefit to it anyway. But I need to know why I'm here. Why I'm alive. I think if I'm going to see this fight through, I have to do this.
All right, then let's head to the Soul Matrix.
Let's hurry up and dig in.
I see.
Ah!
Well, at least that filled me up.